that's what inspired me after a year to join the team of the center and to join the mission of bringing more light and wisdom of Kabbalah to the world. And since then, I've been living in so many different countries, sharing Kabbalah, visiting a lot of countries. And me and my wife joined the Canada team together with Yael, which is the teacher and the manager here, to help up to grow the center here. So we have quite an interesting couple of years, but now I think we are ready really to open up and to see you in person, to feel the energy, to have you experience some classes live and events live, which will be amazing, because this is what connects us. This is what connects us. We, in our time, there wasn't too many learning online. So we pretty much connected to the energy that was in the center, and it's amazing. And yeah, we'd love to hear some of you, who you are, your stories, and then we share a few more things about the center. Maybe Yael, Tamar, introduce yourself first.
Okay, I will do before the kids here at home will start to scream. So yeah, I'm Tamar. I started learning Kabbalah and practice Kabbalah 11 years, I think, more or less, and ago. And I started in Israel. Also, like David and like Yael, I was in different centers. And 2 years ago, we came here to Canada with our family. That's it. I know for me, before Kabbalah, I was trying different things and really looking to improve the world. And since I found Kabbalah, I'm feeling I can feel my purpose. I can fulfill my dream, and improving step by step myself, and by changing myself, helping the world to change. And I'm very happy and excited, and looking forward to see all of you. First of all, I'm very excited to see you on that meeting, and looking forward to the opportunities to see you face to face.
Thank you, Tamar. Hi, everybody. I'm actually recognizing you, Alan. You were in the class yesterday, right? That's great to see you. So my name is Yael Avnet. I'm managing the Kabbalah Center in Toronto. I'm here. I started to study Kabbalah and teach like 20 years ago in Los Angeles. I started to study in LA, in Israel, then I moved to Los Angeles, and I started my journey in the center in Los Angeles. I met my husband, 3 kids, for 10 years. Then we moved to Panama. We moved to Israel. Again, in Israel, there was another kid that joined us, and now we are 4. We have 4 kids. And 5 years ago to the day, I think, it was November 20th. So we're close to that date. 5 years ago exactly, we moved here. Many changes went through here in the Kabbalah Center in Toronto. We're very excited to be here, and I think we have a great team. David and Tamar are amazing teachers and staff. Like, we all work together as a team, and we really want to see you. We want to meet you. We want to get connected. Melena is going to introduce herself soon, but she is part of our team. She's behind the scene doing everything to make sure that everything is going to work smoothly. So we have we thank her every day, every moment. Thank you, Melena. And that's it. I'm very excited. I think after Melena, maybe everyone can introduce, you can introduce yourself, say where you are from, and we can move from there. David is there in the center, and he's going to do a quick tour so you can see how the Kabbalah Center looks from inside. Maybe you're going to want to look, you want to come and look by yourself. So, Melena?
Thank you, Yael. So my name is Melena. As Yael told, I'm the one who is sending all the emails and all that stuff. And yeah, I started just like you guys. I saw the spiritual class, Kabbalah One. I joined Kabbalah One in 2018. I just saw it on social media and I came and I loved it. And I was a newcomer. I had no job, no money, and I decided I should study this. And I had only money to buy my winter jacket because that was my first winter here. And so I joined the Kabbalah One and I loved it. My life has changed. I took Kabbalah One, Kabbalah Two, Kabbalah Three, and here I am. And actually, after that, during the Kabbalah courses, I was volunteering and actually volunteering a lot. And then suddenly I was invited to join the team, which I'm very happy. My life actually has changed a lot. At the beginning, my husband didn't like anything about the Kabbalah or whatever, but now he's like a true believer of Zohar and Red String and all the like spiritual tools of Kabbalah, and he supports me a lot because since I started to study Kabbalah, our life has changed and also our relationship has changed. Now we are like having an amazing time and enjoying my study. I'm still studying and working. Yeah, maybe later I will share some other stories. That's it. Thank you, everyone.
Hello. Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yes, Alan.
Oh, great. So I'm Alan, and I'm from Windsor. So I'm not close to you guys. That's why I'm like super excited that I can talk to you like this. So basically my background is I'm half Italian. I don't look it, but I was raised by my Sicilian grandmother. So I was raised very Catholic, but I never got a lot of answers. So I was very inquisitive as a child. So they were kind of like, this is what you believe, this is how you do things. And I always wanted to kind of learn it so I could do work. And it wasn't until I found Kabbalah and I found that it was like, you know, you work on it, you actually do things actively. So I really liked that it wasn't just belief. So that's what drew me to Kabbalah. I found Kabbalah when I was 24. It was just online, and then just off and on kind of would, you know, watch a video here and there, and then it became like more and more of an interest. And spirituality has just always been a part of my life. I just never thought I would be here learning, you know, I don't know if the correct thing would be more of like Jewish style spirituality, but it kind of goes like hand in hand with, you know, if you're Christian, but it's different because I don't really know what I'm feeling at the moment. I just want to I want to learn and I want to grow. So that's why I'm here. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So you took Kabbalah One?
I didn't. I actually, I don't know who I was on the phone with earlier. Okay, so it was you. Okay. So basically, I didn't take Kabbalah One that way. So what I did is about 10 years ago, the Kabbalah Center had that thing where it was like Kabbalah University. I don't know if you guys remember that. So I was like, yeah, so I was on there. So I was like watching the videos and like, I would like stream it to my TV and then I would like pretend I was in the center and I would watch like, all the stuff that you guys had. So that's what I did. And I didn't really actually go to a physical center. I just kind of did it that way. Yeah.
So it still exists. You just call Kabbalah.com and you can have a member, and watch all the classes online.
Yeah, so that's all I did. It was really easy and it was like in the comfort of my own home and I could go through the lessons and stuff and it was really nice just to be able to do that by myself. But then, as I was saying to Mel, I kind of need community and I need someone to like push me to be better because I felt like I was getting kind of stagnant. Like I was just kind of sitting there not really growing. So yeah.
How far are you from here?
Well, it's about 45 minutes on a small plane, which I usually do when I come to Toronto, or it's 4 hours on a train or 4 hours in a car. So yeah.
Not so bad.
Not so bad. I like the plane because it's like the little propeller plane and you get there in 40 minutes kind of thing. So I was saying to Mel that, like when you guys have a big event or something really fun, or you guys go into the middle of the night, because I know you guys do that at some point. When you guys do something like that, then I said I would fly in and have like a really fun time. But in between that time, this is nice. Yeah.
Great.
Anyway. Nice.
Okay. By the way, there's another thing that the Kabbalah Center is providing is a part of studying. The way that the Kabbalah Center is teaching Kabbalah is really in a very practical way, as you know, probably already. So it's not just, okay, let's learn and know something new. It's really how to apply it into our life and change our life. So to be able to make it more practical, the Kabbalah Center is giving the support of teachers. That's why we're here. So David and me, we are teachers in the Kabbalah Center. We give classes, but we also support our student by meeting one-on-one. So what I hear from you is like you need that push, you need that support from a teacher, so you can always ask and request for a teacher that can support you and everyone else, of course.
Yeah, I think you need that though, because if you don't have that, you don't have something to push against, right? Because that's what I had a problem with, was I was like, oh, I'm comfortable, everything's good, but I don't want to be comfortable. I want to be like challenged, you know? So that's why I wanted a teacher. Yeah.
It's like a personal trainer. The first time I was introduced to a personal trainer, I was like, I don't need that. I'm just going to go one time. He's going to show me what to do, and I'm going to do it myself. When I left that one time, I said, there's no way I'm going to push myself. Like he pushed me like only in one session. So yeah, it's like a spiritual personal trainer.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, who's next?
I can go. So my name is Jenna. I am from Vernon, BC. I actually just moved here from Alberta, literally like a month ago. But yeah, so Vernon, BC, heading to Nelson. So kind of travel all over. Hopefully I'll come to Toronto and be able to see you guys. But Kabbalah, oh my gosh. So I've been doing Kabbalah for about 6 months. I'm just finishing Kabbalah 2. And it's so beautiful because I've always been such a spiritual person. And I grew up in Christianity, Lutheran. So there was Catholic in there too. And I just always in my heart knew that God, spirit, source, the light was just so much bigger. And I just really saw every single spiritual religion. I saw the golden thread that thread all of it together. And I just didn't understand how no one else saw that and how everyone thought it was like, we're right, you're wrong, or whatever. So it's just, Kabbalah has really been that thing that has made that all make sense. And I think, yeah, that's why I'm just so drawn to it. And I really appreciate it.
How did you find us?
Actually, somebody I follow for human design, her name's Jenna Zoe. She shared one of Marcus's classes about 6 months ago, and then I signed up and I've been hooked ever since.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I actually have an appointment with you, Yale, in December, so I'm excited for that.
Oh,
yeah.
Hi. That's
yeah.
Great.
So it's a little
We're
bit.
going to meet on Zoom.
Pardon?
We're going to meet on Zoom.
Yeah, in Zoom for now. I would love to come out to Toronto. I really crave having that community also. So that might be somewhere I come on my journey, but yeah, Zoom for now.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jenna, I couldn't agree more. I wish I had known, because I'm also in BC right now. I live in Vancouver, but I just came back from the East Coast. I'm in quarantine right now. I'm staying like at a family friend's unit. I have another week to go in isolation, but I was just on the East Coast. I wish I would have known that there was an opportunity to do the in-person connection, because I love that too. But I might have to make a trip out, a special trip to the East Coast to connect with you guys. Yeah, but my name is Lior. I'm originally from Israel. My family and I left when I was 7, and we moved to the States and moved around there a lot. And then when I was 14, we moved to Vancouver, BC. And I actually just started Kabbalah 1 with David. We're just in our 5, we just had Kabbalah, our class 5. And it has changed my life. Like Jenna said, it was like that missing link, that thread. It just, because I'm very spiritual. But it was weird because I felt like I was abandoning my roots, or like not honoring my grandma's ways because she was super spiritual, but she passed before we could really have those conversations. And so Kabbalah just gave me permission to be a spiritual being and still integrate my Jewish heritage and my traditions and my roots. And it was just such a beautiful blend of everything that I've ever learned. And it brought me closer to my grandma and in a way that I know why she left this physical plane. And it's because I needed her to guide me. My entire family needed her to guide us in this way that wouldn't have been possible in this physical dimension. So I'm really grateful for Kabbalah, and I found out about it through Clubhouse. If anyone knows about that.
Yes.
Yeah, so his name is Yehuda. He would give these talks, and he's Moroccan, and my family's Moroccan. And just hearing his voice, I was like, oh my God, I feel like I'm like...
Yehuda Ashkenazi is a singer, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, and he would just give these powerful talks. And this was when I was like, completely isolated last year, not talking to anyone. And it was like my dad was there leading me on this spiritual journey with a Moroccan accent, and it was just so, I just felt at home. It was so beautiful. And then I reached out to him and I was like, how can I learn more about this? Because this is like speaking to my heart. I can't let this go. And he showed me the Kabbalah Center, and I joined the community. And I'm really grateful and honored to be here. So thank you.
Thank you.
Amazing. Wow. Thank you for sharing. By the way, all the classes that we start to open in the center in Toronto in person, we also give the option to join us in Zoom. So it's nice. Alan actually was part of the class yesterday. It was the first class we gave in person since the pandemic. And I was talking to the class with people in person, and also I think there was like a nice community in Zoom. So we can still, you can feel that you're part, even though you're far, a little bit far. Okay. Who's next?
Who else wants to share? Introduce himself.
Please.
Hello. My name is Tara Lee, and I'm from Vernon, British Columbia. And I'm new to Kabbalah. I'm just in my 4th week. And I was introduced to Kabbalah through Jenna, who is also on here tonight with us. And Jenna introduced some podcasts of Spiritually Hungry, which I was addicted to immediately as soon as I started listening to Michael and Monica. I always in tears and laughing with them. And so she had suggested that the course is coming up. So I took it because I've always been quite curious about just about God. And, there's just so many different perspectives or religions. And I was shown a little bit as a little girl, but I also had some fears put into me as a little girl as well at the church. So I took a step back, and I've just been sort of seeking on my own, looking at all different religions like Buddhism and stuff like that. So since joining Kabbalah, it's been amazing for me. I've really, really enjoyed it. I'm on a healing journey, just to break free from a lot of different egos and such. So I just can't wait for Kabbalah each Monday with Marcus and Miriam and all the students. And I'm really, really grateful for this opportunity. Good things are coming in my life already. Changes the way I view things, see things. Pause, what a pleasure. Why is this in my movie has just been really extraordinary for me. So I just want to say thank you, and thank you for allowing me to share, and thank you for holding this space for everybody. And I'm really excited to continue my learnings, and I tell everybody about Kabbalah. I'm like, I got to go to Kabbalah, and I've got Kabbalah. So most people around me don't know about Kabbalah, so it actually starts a really great conversation. So I hope that too I can share this and bring some other people along the journey or introduce them. And see if
Sure,
they
just to let you know that we, especially when things starting to open up, we'll be able to travel and give like live lectures for you. A few months ago, I went to Montreal and met with the group. So our purpose really is really to share this light wherever we can go, so we can accommodate any of your desires, any of your needs. Just just talk to us about it.
beautiful. I look forward to connecting on a more deeper level. Absolutely. It'd be lovely if you guys could come. You can stay at my house.
Thank you. See, we solved the one problem.
Perfect. Thank you.
Amazing.
I just have a question. Is that okay?
Sure.
So how would you, like, what if people are asking us, like, what is Kabbalah? How would you describe, because right now I just say, well, to me it's like a spiritual aspect of Judaism that's based on the Zohar, but just being in this group here and seeing different, threads of religions and people from different backgrounds, I feel like that's not really an inclusive and real way to explain it. So what is Kabbalah? How can we explain to people what we are studying and what we're doing here?
It's an interesting question. I was planning to share with you a bit about, the mission of the center, because the mission of the center is very specific. And this year we're about to celebrate 100 years of the existence of our center. The center at the beginning had many forms. The one that established the center is a very powerful, one of the most powerful of the 20th century's Kabbalists. His name is Rav Yehuda Levi Ashlag. And he actually was the first one to take the Zohar that was written in Aramaic, and Aramaic known to be a language that's spoken in many different religions. And he took this language of the Zohar and brought it into understanding, and especially the understanding of our generations today, and to make it a little bit more practical in the journey for us to understand our soul, to understand creation. And one of his writing, which inspired our teachers that took over in the 70s, 70s is already 50 something years ago, and what inspired them that this wisdom was meant to share with the world in a non-religious way, meaning that the mission of the center is really to educate and to explain humanity, the understanding of the meaning of creation and how we're supposed to learn to fulfill our own vessel. Kabbalah coming from the word to receive. Sometimes we forget even to mention that in the classes. Maybe we mentioned it very quickly in the first class, and everyone forgets about it. So the idea behind what the center does is really to help humanity to evolve, to understand that all of us as humans are in the same boat together. And there is a wisdom and there is intelligence that will allow us really to coexist and to respect one another. And the purpose why the Rav and Karen that brought and opened up and broke down the curtains, the iron curtains behind Kabbalah, and that was considered taboo, that was considered to be something that is only allowed for specific people with specific skills. They say, no, we can extract a wisdom out of it that's going to be completely universal. And this is the reason it's speaking to everyone, no matter where you are, because we all structured from the same desire, the desire to be happy, the desire to be fulfilled, the desire to be successful. And Kabbalah has the real understanding and the real manual how someone can go about that. So we try as much as possible to diverse ourselves from organized religion. Even though, we know that many of the Kabbalists used to live in Jewish community, but there are other Kabbalists that weren't. You must understand. Isaac Newton has his own text of the Zohar. There are many figures around the world that used the Zohar and used the teaching of the Kabbalah for even science, invention, medicine. So this is our approach. There are many different approaches out there in the open market, but our approach is pretty much to give universal wisdom that it's irreligious, meaning that you don't hear this language, what religion you belong to. We don't care because we are all human beings. And especially the Rav and Karen, our teachers, they were all about connecting people. And that's the reason they established also the physical center. So they're going to be a physical vessel to receive people that can join together, mind-like people that can come and celebrate together, connect together, think about how to bring more light to the world. And they created a platform when all of us can actually practice our talents, meaning that, I didn't have any idea that I will become a teacher when I started like you 20 years ago in Kabbalah 1. I just came. I was more passionate about business than anything else. But bit by bit, just commuting and joining the community and speaking to people and awakening the desire to share and volunteer got me to a place that I saw, wow, this is where I'm supposed to be versus in the world of business or other places. So the centers and the study groups that we all have around the world, giving all of us opportunities really to exercise all those special gifts that we might even don't know that exist right now in our life. And that's the beauty of it. And how you can reveal it in the best way, of course, not being always just behind the scene, because we have so many opportunities to connect internationally, nationally here, to invite each other. There are so many beautiful opportunities that if we just open ourselves to that and connect and just not keep it just as a learning that is remote. In the first 6 months before I got to the center, I also study remote to be safe, listening to the tapes, listening to, taking my time, being very skeptic. But when it clicked, and I understood that there is nothing better than that. So I hope it's answering your question, Lior.
Yeah, and I'm kind of like a little kid. I could go on forever. Like I have follow-up questions. So I'm just gonna let us go ahead with it. Because
we can keep some for personal meeting. No worries.
We should definitely do that. But thank you for explaining that. I appreciate it.
I think if you want to be able to explain to your friend in like one sentence what Kabbalah is, and for me, I remember the intro lecture that I came to the center and I remember one sentence about Kabbalah, and the teacher was saying, when you want to start to play a game, you want to win the game, right? Like the main thing that you need to know the rules of the game, right? Otherwise, there's no chance you're going to win the game because you don't even know where to go and what to do and what's the purpose, right? So you definitely need to know the rules of the game. And then he said, Kabbalah is teaching you the spiritual rules of the game of life. We all want to win the game of life, right? What does it mean to win the game of life? We want to be happy, like David was saying, right? We want to be happy, we want to be fulfilled, we want to be successful, we want to connect to prosperity, we want to connect to soulmate, we want love, we want everything. We came here to be able to connect to all of that. Like David was saying, Kabbalah means to receive. That's what we want. That's how we want to win the game of life. And we call it the game of life, right? But who knows the rules? How do we make decision? How do we know if that person is my soulmate? How many times we thought that, oh my God, this person is like my soulmate. Everything is perfect. And then after a week, 2 months, a year, Like you don't even understand, oh my God, what did I do with this guy or this girl? And how did I even think, right? So Kabbalah is really to learn the spiritual rules of the game of life. That's for me in one sentence. And it's very, and I think by understanding that, we really understand that it's for everyone. Who doesn't want to win the game of life? Who doesn't want to be happy and successful and connected? It doesn't matter if you're Jewish or you're Christian. It's like, who cares? We all want the same thing. We want to win the game of life. And Kabbalah is teaching us the rules of the game. Kabbalah doesn't give it to us. Kabbalah teaching us the rules of the game. So you can learn the rules of the game and choose to play and follow the rules, or you can also see what's happening when you don't follow the rules, right? But at least you know. So sometimes when we lose, we know why we lost, right? And we can try again.
Hi guys, so tonight we have a guest, invited a special guest. She's an old student, not old by age, she's very young, but
old by soul.
She wants to share her, the Kabbalah story. Let's greet Sarah.
Yay! Hi guys, I'm Sarah. Welcome everyone. It's so nice to see your beautiful faces. I've been a student at the center for about 10, 11 years, something like that. Share my Kabbalah story. Honestly, Milena texted me an hour ago, and she's like, can you come? And luckily my daughter went to sleep early, so I could make it. But I really don't know what to say about my Kabbalah story, so I'm just gonna maybe wing it. You guys, you're like beautiful people. I'm hearing your stories and you're like, I wish I was there where you are. I was never a spiritual person. I was always like this, how do you say, I don't know a very materialistic person, very this is, very, very physical, very all of that. And how I got to the Kabbalah Center was I had a colleague that for 1 year, literally, she was on my case that you have to come and, they have intros at the Kabbalah Center and you have to come and you have to come. So I just wanted to get her off my case. And I actually, went to the Kabbalah Center, and there was an intro, and like so many of you guys, I got hooked. And I just heard things that, they felt true, and they felt just right to my soul. And that was it, basically. Kabbalah 1, and then I started coming to Kabbalah 2, and then we had new moon classes, and then we had Zohar study, and then, I was single, so basically any class that there was, I was like a fixture in the classes, and I was coming to everything. And then shortly thereafter, I started volunteering, and that's when really things changed for me. Because studying it is something, but really, yes, applying all of those things in your life is obviously like the pause, what a pleasure, why is it in my movie? Everything that we learn, applying it in your life is the thing that we need to do. But when things really started really going to the next level for me personally was when I started actually sharing with the place that I received my light. And it's so hard to do something like that, especially when you're, isolated on Zoom, all of that stuff. But, I wish for all of you guys to get the opportunity to, share and in any shape or form that you can, I don't know why I'm saying this, but the volunteer. So Kabbalah really changed my life. I was in a place in my life that I wasn't happy. I was, seeing a therapist once a week. I was, partying hard, all the stuff that comes with that, with the party lifestyle, working hard, making good money and all that stuff, but thinking that, I'm it. But I was truly just not happy, despite all, the success and the money and the fun and the friends and all of that. I was truly depressed, and I wasn't even, the sad thing is I wasn't even aware that I was so depressed and unhappy. And when I started, my journey, I'm not saying things happen for me overnight. Some people have, overnight miracles and things really shift for them very quickly, but unfortunately it's not in my movie. Things happen gradually for me. But 10 years later, I'm in a completely different place in my life, and I'm not fully fulfilled, because I guess when that happens, you die, you go to the other world. But I'm so much in such a better place than when I was. I have a wonderful family. Actually, my husband's here. Leon, can you come for a second? My husband's gonna come say hi too. He's been in the center for way longer than me. Come.
Hey, we're
matching.
Why we're matching with Milena?
We're matching too.
Milena.
This is my husband. Hello.
Hey.
These are all new students from all over Canada.
Well, show me. Tara Lee Cruz. Wow.
Okay.
Gina Morton, Farah Lee. Wow, you ran
So, thank you.
Nice meeting you guys.
So,
Sharing is the most important tool. Please speak to your teachers. Any opportunity, you'll see miracles.
he's right. So, my life, basically, I'm in such a greater place, and so much like happier, and at least I feel that I'm on the path to achieving what I came here to achieve. So I wish for all of you to have to really be able to use the wisdom and use the tools and the study and the community and the connections and everything that there is to really connect to your soul and connect to that, your true essence, and come closer to getting on the path that you need to get to, so that.
Hi there. I was quite off and on right there because I have my little baby and my daughter over there. Yeah, I'm new. I took Kabbalah one just early this year. It was because they started doing online with Eitan Yardeni. I heard Kabbalah from my sister in the Philippines because that's how I heard about it. And she's been doing it for a few years now, and then she shared how Kabbalah is, and I just got interested because I'm seeing the transformation in her life, and also because I have two sisters. They're in the Philippines, and the other one is in Salzburg now. I think she's part of the London Kabbalah Center since she's moved to Europe, and I've seen the transformations in their lives, and I'm really touched by their light. They've always been they share really spiritual stuff that they've learned, and I'm starting to want to have that transformation in my life too, because I really see the peace, the joy, that the transformation. That's really it. That's why I started the Kabbalah one early this year, and just the first 3 classes was really mind-blowing for me. The pause, oh my goodness, I am like, what? I have been missing this for all my life, and I'm so happy and everything. There's just a lot of things that I'm able to be aware of, of my behavior, how thing is, especially in my marriage, because having kids and work, the balance, I didn't realize that I got too carried away by life, but all the things that I've learned from Kabbalah one opened my eyes that it's not the work, it's not the physical, it's actually just me and the light, and everything it's really freeing. I got that big load off of myself, my shoulders, and I've been struggling with self-expression, and from the Kabbalah one I've started I'm pausing and then feeling free to share myself a little bit. So this is actually a really big step for me, speaking in a group of people. But I guess it also helps that it's remote, because if I were in the live a room with all these people, would be different. But also different in a good way, I guess, because I also miss being around people. There's something about people's energies, when you're around them too.
Eunice, where are you? Where are you at?
Oh, I'm all the way in Edmonton, Alberta.
Ooh,
So
wow.
it's mountain time. You guys are 2 hours ahead. Yes, and I haven't joined any workshop. I failed to mention. I also joined K3 Kabbalah 3 with David Guillaume because my sister told me, oh, relationships. So is it okay if I haven't gotten to Kabbalah 2 yet?
You
'Cause I
jump from Kabbalah 1 to Kabbalah 3.
yeah, I
Listen,
asked that.
if this is your desire, probably it's what's meant to be.
With David Yam, you can do that. With another teacher, I'm not sure.
Yeah, but because with the relationship, I guess it's really helped my marriage right now because I started to see some um blockage, is that what they call it, in my life and how I am towards the marriage, and that is also really mind blowing. I'm like, everything in Kabbalah is wow, really blows my mind because it's those are really important tools and really it'll make you go, oh, that's why, things that you don't understand, and then I just it's amazing and really deep, and I hope to learn more stuff. And I filled out the form to talk to a teacher. uh, I think I saw one of the forms, and I remember, is it David Zekin reach out through Messenger, but I wasn't able to reply. But it was nice to hear from the Toronto Center that we also have one in Canada. Yeah, so I'm really happy to join the Kabbalah Center, especially here in Canada, and I hope to learn some more and be able to share a part of myself as well, because I cannot express in words how deep it changed something in me. It made every day for me different. I experience each day differently from before because I realized that everything, it's the 1% and the 99%. Yeah, it's really life changing.
Okay, it was great to get to know you all. I think, David, you want a little bit?
Yeah, I'm going to move to my cell phone, and then I can show you around. So whenever you're ready to come over here, it will look familiar to you, okay? It's going to inspire you, we just remodel your room too. Okay,
Yeah.
so I will show you around, and we'll show you the main floor here. It's the upper floor. We're on Yonge Street. It's a main street in Toronto. This is our bookstore look like. That's the reception. Over there is the classroom. I show you it. Here we have some products, some jewelries, some books of Karen Berg. This is the section of Karen Berg's for beginners. God Wears Lipstick. Monica Berg with Think Love and Fear is Not an Option. Two Unlikely People, Karen Berg telling the story of how Er and the Rav built the center over the years. Those are some beginner books, The Power of Kabbalah. This is the book if you're looking for a Christmas gift. It's the best beginner book. We also have this book that we discussed in the class about Satan, the opponent, 72 Names of God. So a few books. Here we have some more advanced books. That's the set of the Zohar. That's where all the wisdom of Kabbalah coming from. Different books of the Rav Berg here. This is the section. We have some books even for kids. That's the section for kids, as you see here. And that's the cafe area here, as you see. And let me take you now to the main classroom where we're doing events and we're having classes too. So this is how it looks like. We screen on TV. We also have a camera here that hopefully we're going to operate. So when we have people live here, they will be able also people to connect from all over the country. Do you want to see our office?
I'm not sure it's organized.
It's organized?
I think so.
Okay, so let me show you our office. This is the
Really?
office here. See? That's where people meet with us one-on-one. I won't show you my office because it's a mess. Yeah, and this is it pretty much. So I'm looking forward to see all of you here in one of our events. We're going to have actually one of our most important holidays. It's the holiday of the light. We call it Hanukkah. I'm so excited about it because this is the first time I step into the center on the first day of Hanukkah, the first candle. So it's going to be happening on Sunday. Remind me the date, someone?
November 28th.
November 28th on Sunday, and we're going to join together. So why the holiday is so important? Because what we talk about is connecting to the divine, connecting to the light, and the light is more accessible than any other times in the year in this period. So it's really, really amazing. You're going to have the opportunity to be introduced to the rest of the community, Toronto community. And I really invite you to even come from far away if you can make it happen on Sunday. So it's going to be beautiful. Yeah.
So we have this first Hanukkah candle lighting on Sunday, November 28th at 5 p.m. If you can make it. I don't know if you see my screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will be great. And it's a free event and we welcome everybody. I don't know if you want to give some. Okay. Then I don't know if you would like to introduce about the energy trip to Israel. We are going to have like very, very soon. We can hear you, David.
I will say a few words about it. The center, one of the tools to connect to the light is going to spiritual sites. There are many spiritual sites all around the world. This time we chose Israel, and we kind of doing a pilot for all the people that are brave enough to make the trip and ready, meaning vaccinated and all of that, and willing to really get away. It's an amazing, amazing experience. It's a life-changing experience. Changed my life when I went for the first time, and I saw so many people having incredible transformation by coming, meditating, connecting, praying. It's an incredible journey, and I really recommend if you can make it happen. It's an amazing thing.
And also this November we started with the weekly energy boost with Yael. It's happening every Tuesday. So the next one is November 16th. If you have a community membership, so you can join for free, and it's happening at 7 p.m. We have it here in person at our Kabbalah Center, Toronto, and also you can join via Zoom. So, okay, these are like the future events we are planning to do for the next year, and they are really exciting. So we will send the information soon. But yeah, it's going to start on February. And also we are going to have a Kabbalah one in person. If maybe you can invite your friends who are in Toronto to join the center. This is going to be like the perfect opportunity. Yeah, we we got the red string back in stock. So if you would like to order, you can order it online if you are not from Toronto, or we would really invite you to our center. So you've seen we have a lot of books and everything is available online. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you guys for joining us. It was a pleasure. It was great meeting you. And
Any urgent questions, anyone?
I have one question, but it's kind of, I'm a little embarrassed to ask. So I have the red string and I've been doing it for years. And I got it when it, you know, like in the one where it's in the envelope, but now you guys are doing it inside the little drawstring bag. It's really cute. So I've been like doing it wrong, apparently. I've been cutting it with scissors when I get the length, and the new thing says not to do that. And it says to break the yarn. So how do you break the yarn without cutting the yarn? I'm confused.
Yael, she's a specialist in that.
you can just, you can just cut it without anything. I didn't hear what you said. Like I didn't hear that before, that you cannot cut it with scissors, but okay, it's new for me too. What I do when I put the red string, I think what's more important is to make sure that the person that put the red string for you, he knows how to do it, because there's a special meditation that you and he can read, and it's a person that knows what they're doing and also loves you. Okay, because the red string, it's really a protection from evil eye, right, and negativity. So you want a person that can be a channel for you, that loves you and care about you and knows the meditation and can do that for you.
Yeah, my mom always does it for me. She's done it for me for years. Like it's a thing that my mom does as a way of, she's overprotective of me, even though I'm 34 years old. So it's her way of doing that. And then she feels like it's somehow protecting me even more. So it's kind of a thing we've done for years. So yeah.
That's good. That's good. When I put the red string on a student, what I do, I measure it right here, and then I just take it and I cut it like this. It's very easy to cut, so it's not, if that's the question.
You just pull it? Okay, that's cool. All right. Okay.
Like I put so many red string and it's very easy.
Okay, I'll try. I've always used scissors. So, all right, whatever works.
And the most important part, like what we keep teaching in Kabbalah, that why, and of course how we do it, but it's more about the why. So the reason we put the red string is because we want to connect to protection from evil eye, from negativity. And while we put in the red string, we need to remember, and we wanted to be connected to that consciousness, that the best way for us to get protection from negativity and from evil eye is really when we make sure to put the same energy outside in the universe protection. I want to make sure that I put the energy of unconditional love and compassion and no judgment towards other people around me. Okay? I think that's part more important than the scissors.
Okay, well, I just wanted to follow it correctly, and the instruction kind of changed. Sorry?
It's new for me too, this information.
Yeah, because I used to have the old one, like the envelope one, and it has like, it just has the Ben Parat prayer, like it just, that's it. And then now it's like, now you read this one and you do it each line, and I was like, wow, this is new. Okay. So it's okay. I'll figure it out. Thank you.
Do you guys ship them from Jerusalem? Like, is that the same string that when you go to, or no?
So yeah, the red string is get charged at Rachel the Matriarch in Israel, and now we also charge it in the site of the Rav and Karen in their tomb. So the meditation there is really to charge it with energy of protection that comes from Israel, and especially with the assistance of our teachers that looking after us in the upper world and making sure that we are protected and we are going to transform and grow.
Beautiful. Okay, well, thank you so much. It was very nice to meet you all. And thank you, Yael and David, for leading this. And Mel, really appreciate you guys. And David, I'll see you on Monday for that class. And Farah, you said we're in the same class, right? Yeah. I'm excited. I'll see you guys then.
Beautiful, beautiful. See you soon.
I'm going to say goodbye too and express my gratitude for being here tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night. Bye.
Good night.